Well, good evening, our beloveds. We just wish to share that some of you are making it to the finish line. And we don't mean the finish line where you die, but the finish line where you finally achieve the gains and the goals that you set out before you. And then when you achieve that moment of forgiveness or love, maybe complacency, acceptance, there are so many different terms or adjectives that could be used for your truth. Are you blue? Are you joyously green with envy? What do you feel? What do you really feel? Recognize that your behavior flows from how you feel. And when you don't feel, you think you are numb. But when you feel, you react. Another has achieved another milestone, which is to set aside a trigger that she had, a long-lasting, long-held belief system that is tied to not being good enough. And she has surpassed and surrendered that belief system so that now she has a bit of humor when it arises, instead of anger and disgust and regret and feeling like she wasted her time with someone. When you realize that people make the best decisions that they can with what they have, with what they know, with how they were raised and what they were patterned to believe was truth. When you see people through the eyes of forgiveness and not judgment, it means you can offer them grace, maybe even with humor, which means that you shine a candle, but not a flashlight. A candle gently and softly illuminates the space, whereas a flashlight is in your face, making you feel defensive. Learning how people behave because of their trauma, and more importantly, recognizing it has nothing to do with you and you need not take it personally. When you begin to master that singular lesson, your interactions with others shift and change from a place of frustration or anger or fear or another emotion that fits into that category. And it is replaced with compassion, understanding, forgiveness for what they know not that they do. And then being soft and gentle while creating firm and healthy boundaries or conditions for being in your life and enforcing them. And those who are meant to be in your life, those who desire to be in your life, will begin to make the monumental change of shifting their inner world so that it will match your outer expectation. When you see someone change so drastically, because it is a measure of their love and their desire to meet your conditions, that's when you have found somebody who has staying power. And it may take years and years of grooming yourself to get to that point, as well as we don't like enforcing the boundaries because it really does sound judgmental, but holding yourself to that standard for which you desire to be seen, how you desire to be treated, when you desire to be groomed. There's so many different pieces of what it is to know your worth and hold out for what you desire. But if you make it seem simple to get there, create manageable, bite-sized tasks to get you from point A to Z, and to be patient and understanding while firm and consistent, and honestly, maybe sometimes a little belligerent, because hey, we are all still human. You will see who desires and wishes and wants and preserves to be in your life. Those are the ones that you want to give grace to. Forgive them for their past sins. Recognize that they are human and they will make foibles. They will fall on their sword many a times. But most importantly, if they get up and keep saying, you are the objective, the goal that I wish to achieve at the end of this metamorphosis, if that is what pulls them through this, then you can help by loving them and tending to their wounds tenderly, carefully, judgmentlessly. That's not a word. The point that we're getting at is when somebody chooses to show you what love looks and feels like, which is that they put your needs before their own, you then put their needs before your own. And so it is. Namaste.